All right, welcome to a very special edition of the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Show. This is the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Award Show. We got some of the league members in here on my screen. I'm right here. To the left of me is Cameron. Far left is Bryce. Bottom left is Mason. And bottom right is Nick. So collectively, we've been very excited to put this together, and we're all excited to bring this to you. So here's what we have on deck for the show. At first, we're going to recap the 2022 fantasy season and the championship game. Then we'll get into the set of NFL player awards we have that include Fantasy MVP, Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Biggest Bust, and Best Performance. And after that, we'll get into the league member specific awards like Fantasy Manager of the Year, Rookie Manager of the Year, Most Underwhelming Team, Best Podcast Moment, Best Rivalry, and Biggest Shit Talker. And after that, we'll probably react to some of our favorite podcast clips from this year, as well as one or two primetime rundown clips. So let's go in and move right into it here. All right, so we have a pretty exciting show ready for tonight. We're going to dive into a lot of those topics, but first I'd like to let you guys know that Hardcount Heroes is an official partner of W Energy. And if you haven't heard about W, it is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin sugars, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it's made right here in the USA, so just go check out w.gg. Nick's got some down there. Visit their page and check out their products. Not only do they have energy drinks, they also carry shaker cups like this one right here, green one. I believe Nick has a different color. And I think they look pretty sick. They have their own merch as well. So when you use the checkout code Hardcount Heroes, I'll get that up on the screen in post. You can get 10% off your order. So personally, I think they're one of the largest growing energy brands out there right now, and they're taking an attack on big energy. So I would definitely go check them out. Also, the Hardcount Heroes Madden League Fantasy Draft just got done. We're going to have some content out for that soon. And check out our socials for more details on that then. I believe Nick's going to have some good content coming up with that. So let's roll into our 2022 recap then. It was a very exciting inaugural season in the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy League. In the championship game, my team, Back to the Future, beat Cameron's team, Judge Judy, by a score 157 to 120. And Cameron, what were your thoughts on that championship game? I know when we're recording this, it was a while ago, but do you have anything to say?
I'm just happy it wasn't fucking Nicholas Adams who won.
Hey, fuck you.
Fuck you, Nicholas.
Fuck you.
We're getting into it already. Here we go.
That did not fucking take long, dude.
Okay. Fuck
wow.
you.
Yeah.
Come for your neck next year.
Obviously, back-to-back. One official Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Championship of the same league last year. I ended up winning too. I got the trophy back there, if I can point to it. So I'm very excited about that. I was pretty happy with my season. Nick, how do you feel about your season in the 2022 season?
I don't really care. I'm going for Cameron's neck next year.
Wow. There it is.
Fucking here. I don't care if I don't have the first round picks. You're next, Cameron. You're fucking gone.
Wow. Yeah, Nick finished... What did you finish? Third? So it should be pretty exciting next year. Bryce, how do you feel about your 2022 season?
Shit was fucked. It was fucked.
You know what?
Nick gave up all of his picks for next year, so we're going to the top of I'm hoping top of the league. We're just going to shoot for better than this year. That's for sure.
Bryce is coming prepared next year, man.
I'm going to playoffs.
Yeah,
we'll see.
My word. Clip it,
bro. You don't pick till the seventh round.
Clip this. I don't care. I'll finesse some trades.
Yeah. Mason, when you join next year, I think you already know, but don't make any trades with Nick. He's gonna finesse you, bro.
All I need is Dyson.
Dyson needs to listen to this and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid like that. All right, so that was the recap of the 2022 season. Let's get into our set of awards. First, we're going to do the NFL awards for fantasy value, at least. So first one we're going to go into is the big dog, the MVP award. So we had a couple of nominees come up for this. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, Pat Mahomes of the Chiefs, Justin Jefferson of the Vikings, Austin Eckler of the Chargers, and Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins. So may I preface this first as saying that we voted on these awards as kind of an in-league thing. So who do you think would be your pick to win this? Let's start with Nick.
Allen.
You say Josh Allen?
Definitely Josh Allen. Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
What about you, Cameron?
I don't know. I'd have probably Tyreek.
Tyreek was good, man. He was good this year. What about Bryce?
Probably Pat Mahomes for me. He's
Pat
been very
Mahomes was nasty
consistent.
this year. He was
He
good.
has been very. He's been kind of sitting on the back burner because he hasn't got a whole lot of like hate or positivity. But he's still been putting up good fantasy points, and he's had good games throughout the whole year.
Yeah, that's true. I think definitely he's been a guy who isn't always going to
He's
get the
been
most
put on the back
attention.
burner.
Yeah, he had his kind of his moment in the spotlight, but he's still consistently good. Can't go wrong with
Yeah.
that. Mason, do you got any guess on who's going to win it?
Joshy Poo.
Joshy Poo.
Joshi
Okay.
Poo.
All right. So, without further ado, roll the drum. Maybe I'll put a sound effect in later. The winner is Justin Jefferson. There you go, Justin Jefferson. Dude, he got 8. Wait, no, I gotta look. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Justin Jefferson received 50% of the votes, with the second closest being Patrick Mahomes. So Justin Jefferson, who I had this year, winner of the MVP award. I think he's well deserving of it. He had a stellar season. I think he had a record-breaking season on top of that. So I wouldn't go wrong
Yeah, I
with
think
that.
he has doesn't he have like the best Vikings wide receiver record?
I
right
think
now?
he passed Randy Moss, didn't he?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure
saw
he did.
something about that. That was like week 7 or 8 or something. He passed him.
Yeah, I think so. So congratulations to Justin Jefferson. We'll move into comeback player of the year. So the options for this: CMC of the Niners, Saquon Barkley of the Giants, Geno Smith of the Seahawks, Derrick Henry of the Titans, Jared Goff of the Lions. So, Cameron, do you have any special analysis on this? Anyone you think is deserving of this award?
I feel like Jared Goff is definitely the most deserving of this award.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
he balled out.
he did. I
Not
mean,
fantasy wise.
fantasy wise, yeah, no, he didn't ball out as much. But if you look at it from a non-fantasy perspective, obviously that's not what the award is here. But I think you can make the case that the Lions don't need to pick a quarterback in the draft.
No, they're pretty set with Jared Goff.
He was pretty good. Anyone else got any thoughts on who they think should win this award?
If we are going fantasy wise, it's definitely CMC. Came out of nowhere. As soon as he got traded to the 49ers, boom, 20 point fantasy games. Right there. 20 points every week, without a doubt.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He was nuts this year. I definitely think he was probably the top guy in this kind of thing going on. Once he went to the Niners, he was just nuts. He had that one game where what did he do? Catch a touchdown, run for a touchdown, and pass a touchdown. That's crazy. So, comeback player of the year, earning 8 votes out of 10, was without a doubt Christian McCaffrey. So Christian McCaffrey wins comeback player of the year in 2022. Second closest in that was really no one else. Geno Smith received 1 vote, and Jared Goff also received 1 vote. So not much going on there. So then moving on into fantasy rookie of the year. The candidates were Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots, Kenneth Walker of the Seahawks, Chris Olave of the Saints, Garrett Wilson of the Jets, and Christian Watson of the Packers. So I know Nick has a pretty strong feeling about Kenneth Walker, so I want to hear from him.
When he was healthy, he was doing really good. He came out of nowhere. It was a great pickup for like people who didn't know him. And then as soon as people started him, he did amazing. Like, and before he got injured, he consistently put up those points. And that he's a great rookie to have on a fantasy team before he got injured. But definitely pushing for those points. He didn't go below. He was pretty consistent. So that's that. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I think I could probably make a case for Garrett Wilson. He wasn't the most consistent guy throughout fantasy this year, but I think he definitely put up a decent amount for rookie and had some breakout games. Chris Olave, I really liked this year too. It's just that he didn't have the quarterback play. I mean, Garrett Wilson didn't really have the quarterback play either, but he played a lot better. And I feel like Ramondre Stevenson was a stud too. So, anyone got any input on that as well?
I just feel like you can't overlook Christian Watson's performance either. The 9 touchdowns, you can't overlook all that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And once he got involved more and was getting the touches, he was that guy. I mean,
That's true. I remember
how can you overlook?
that first game of the year against the Vikings, right through the fucking hands, dude. And I thought this guy was gonna suck, but he proved me wrong. I'll give him that. So credit to Christian Watson. But the winner for that award is Kenneth Walker. So Kenneth Walker wins with 6 out of 10 votes. Nick can claim that as a W if you want. Your running back won Fantasy Rookie of the Year. So got to be pretty happy about that. So then we'll move down into biggest bust this year. So our nominees were Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, and DJ Moore. So I want to hear from Bryce because he had Jonathan Taylor this year. He took him round 1, and I don't blame me. I would have done the same. So do you think Jonathan Taylor is deserving of winning this award, Bryce?
Oh, most definitely. It was the most bullshit I've ever seen. It's, of course, I've never had good luck at all. And of course, the year I just say, yeah, I'm gonna, pick someone good. Pick some new people I've never even heard of because I don't really follow football a whole lot before this year. I get screwed. I picked the number 1 projected overall. Everyone says to pick, and boom, injured week 2. And then he comes back and he's boom, injured until week 6, and I just get screwed over, shafted.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
think we can say
And
that.
then
You could say that.
As soon as I traded him away, he does amazing.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Well, did he really do amazing though?
Did a lot better than when I had him.
Yeah, that's fair. Dude, the Chronicles of Jonathan Taylor this year getting shipped around was nuts. The other candidates, Najee Harris, I had him for a bit this year. Shipped them away to Cameron. Cameron, how would you rate Najee Harris's performance after the trade that we made?
Towards the end of the season, he started playing decent. Wasn't really worthy of getting a starting spot on my team, though.
Yeah, that's fair. DeAndre Swift also underwhelming this year. He was touted for a big year, got moved around a little bit as well. Bryce ended up with him at the finishing point of the year. I originally had him for a little bit once I got him from Greg, so he got moved around a little bit. But without a doubt, the winner is Jonathan Taylor with 7 votes. I don't really think anyone else even really came close. Najee Harris had 2 votes and DeAndre Swift with 1. So Jonathan Taylor is a 2023 biggest bust of the year. Or 2022 biggest bust of the year, I should say. And moving into the final NFL award, if I can get to it here. It was best performance. So if I can get it up. Oh my God. There we go. All right. So the nominees are Joe Mixon, who had 55.10 versus Carolina. Josh Jacobs with 48.30 versus Seattle, and Alvin Kamara with 42.40 versus LV, Las Vegas. So all these players had a really good performance this year, and we had a pretty clear winner, I will say, with 9 votes. But I do want to give a shout out to Josh Jacobs, who had a big week. I'm pretty sure someone benefited pretty well off of that. I think it might have been Dalton. Yeah, because didn't you have Dalton. Him?
Yeah,
and then you
traded him away the week before. Of course I did.
I remember you were kicking yourself for that, man. And then Alvin Kamara had a big week for Bryce at a time. I don't really remember how that one transpired, but yeah.
That was how we beat Nick.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. So big week from Kamara. So I don't want to underlook that at all. Definitely a good memory, but Joe Mixon is the winner of this award with 55.10. If we had Dalton in here, he would probably be going on about how Joe Mixon, you don't want to play Joe Mixon in fantasy. He literally popped off only that week. That was it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, he was decent, I guess, the rest of the year, but 55.10 was nuts against him. And we did not hear an end about that. I'll say that. So That's a winner for fantasy best performance. So that wraps up our NFL-based awards. Now we're going to move into the league-specific awards. So we'll start off with the big one too, Fantasy Manager of the Year. So the nominees we had for this were myself, Cameron, Cooper, and Nick. And I'll let y'all duke it out here. State your case for why you think you should be Fantasy Manager of the Year. I'll start with Nick.
Okay. If we're not including playoffs, I mean, I did really well. I mean, you have to give it to me. Like, I did really well. For not being the highest scoring team, like, I mean, I was first place, only losing 2, 3. I don't remember, but
You went 12-2. That was pretty nuts. I will give you that.
no, it's
just remember the worst team in the
also
league. beat you once, though.
yeah, but I'm not like Cameron.
What do you mean by that?
You're not like me? I didn't get beat
What do
by
you
Bryce.
mean by
I
that?
have the most points for. I was second in the league. Don't start this shit.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. But yeah,
Nick,
I think
you want to know
did
what
really
you
well.
remind me of? You remind me of Dak Prescott last year in the playoffs. Choke. Did they go to
You
the
weren't
playoffs?
even
last-
in the playoffs.
Did
You
they
were
go to
wearing a
playoffs
cow
last year?
costume. You're wearing a cow costume. It's all over
I already
TikTok.
did. I don't
You
care. I
moved.
look good in it. I
Oh
look
yeah,
good.
damn well.
Mood.
Damn well you did. Trying to
Hey,
talk
you
trash
just want-
over
you
here.
just-
I was
shredded
number
it, bro.
1. I was number 1 in the regular season. You were last place. You wore a cow costume.
Did you win?
Hey, but I won out that. I won out in my finals. I took 5th place in the
That don't mean
league.
shit.
Hey,
That don't mean
yeah,
subtle
shit. You
plug
wore
for
a
the
cow
cow video.
costume.
Go check
Nick,
those
somebody stole
TikToks out. So, yeah. Mason, what do you think Nick is deserving of Fantasy Manager of the Year, or would you give it to like Cameron, who was 7-7 but made it to the championship game, or give it to Cooper, who went 8-6 in playoffs, or me, who went 8-6?
Yes, because 12-2 was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was nuts. Not gonna lie, kind of cracked. All right, winner of that award, Nicholas Adams, Fantasy Manager of the Year, with 8 votes. Second place, Cameron with 2 votes out of 10. So there it is.
Lives in Tucson, Arizona.
So the guy who unfortunately shit the bed and doesn't have any draft picks next year until the 7th round wins Fantasy Manager of the Year. So this is his Super Bowl.
Let's
Nick, is
go.
that full size? Can you fit that on your big ass head of yours?
Nick, don't smash that. Remember, you paid $600 for
Do
it.
it for content. Yeah, so congratulations to Nick. He's the first Fantasy Manager of the Year. Now we're going to move into Rookie Manager of the Year. So we had 2 new members to our league specifically this year. Bryce, who went 3-11, and then we had Cooper, who went 8-6. I don't really think I have to do much analysis about this one. Sorry, Bryce.
Sorry, Bryce.
But, Cooper won this award with 10 votes, so not really a big field and 2 different ends. I mean, what do you really expect out of that? So,
I mean, I can't really be too mad because in another league where I was.
No,
I
don't be
finished
bringing
out-
up this other league. Don't be bringing this other
Can you
league.
let me finish, you Popeyes eating motherfucker?
What?
right,
You're
just let me
bringing
finish.
other league? Other league?
Let me finish. Let me
That's-
finish.
That was racist.
I don't. It's not racist.
I don't think
He's
we
white.
can say that.
is that stated?
Because he's a black
No,
suit.
we're not saying that.
It's from not 21 Jump Street. It's from
We're still not
What's-
referencing this.
what's the one
No.
with Will Smith and then he's a detective.
No,
It's from Bad Boys.
we're
Fair
still
enough.
not referencing.
I think
You a
it's fine.
big thick neck motherfucker. That's what he says.
I saw that on TikTok.
Thank you, Mason. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Anyways, I went like 10 and shit. Let me think.
10
10
and
and
shit.
something. I didn't
Yeah,
make
you did. You
playoffs.
fucking shit the bed.
I'm a
I
different
went
league
10 and
though.
something. I didn't make playoffs.
I don't fucking care. This is Hardcount Heroes. Does your
Yeah.
other
You-
league
you
have
know what the
300
funny
followers
thing
on
is?
TikTok?
You know what
No.
the funny thing is? Hey, I got you those followers, bitch.
With the cow video.
Anyways, the funny thing is, I didn't even fucking do anything on that league. I literally just like checked in it once a week. I didn't do trades or nothing, and I somehow got 10
Pretty
wins.
sure this is the
So maybe that'll
Hardcount
be my-
That's pretty
Heroes.
funny how you put more
podcast.
effort into this league and you
That's
lost
to
a lot
lose.
more.
Wearing
Yeah,
a cow
exactly.
costume.
Hey, at least you got a good draft pick next year, though. I mean, that didn't really help you
At
this
least
year,
I
but
look sexy in it, Nick.
there you go. All right, so we'll move on to most underwhelming team. So I basically put everyone who didn't make playoffs in this category. So Dyson, who went 5-9 on the year, Bryce, who went 3-11, Dalton went 6-8, and Greg, who went 7-7.
Dyson's a good vote.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like
He had a really good start at the beginning.
he did.
Yeah,
Until
then
he pulled the Chargers, fucking choked.
Bro went like 4-0, and it was all downhill from there.
To be honest, I hope it's Dyson. He fucking sucked.
Yeah. Just to recap everyone's season, that was what Dyson was. Bryce, obviously, not an ideal season, 3-11. Started out 0-6, but he did win a couple of games towards the end. Dalton, I don't think he ever really was in the running for it. He finished 6-8. But he was kind of a middle of the pack type of team. He wasn't really down at the bottom all the time, and he wasn't really up top at all. So, and then there was Greg, who started off as the same kind of curse as Bryce, who started off 0-4, and then he went on an insane run where he got up to like 6-5 or something. He won a bunch of games in a row.
Talks of playoffs.
Yeah, he was in the talks of playoffs, and then Cameron beat him out just by a game. So Greg ended up going 7-7. But the winner of this award is Dyson's team, Nick's Chubb. A matter of fact, I mean, how do you start a league out going 4-0 and then you finish 5-9? That's absurd.
That's disappointing.
That is very disappointing. I mean, that's an embarrassing season.
Better than the Texans this year.
Yeah, that's true. Well, did you win the same? How much games did the Texans win this year?
I had 3 wins. They had 2.
Fair enough. There you go.
They screwed themselves over out of the first draft pick at the end of the year in their last game.
So you heard it here first. Watson's massage parlor is officially better than the Texans.
Fuck yeah, bud.
There you go. So Dyson wins that. It was pretty awesome. So we'll move into one of my favorite awards here, best podcast moment. So
you already know.
We got a couple of ones for this. First one, I'll probably edit these in between so they can play, but we got, I don't care if it's DeAndre Hopkins. I sent you a trade as well, and Cameron sent you a trade, but I thought his
Did
trade
you propose
honestly was better, but
no,
you call it dog shit, so I find that funny.
Why would I want a player who's suspended still?
Well, isn't...
How is he going to perform? If he's been out
back after this week.
If he's been
it's
out
DeAndre Hopkins, Bryce. It's
DeAndre Hopkins. It can be the fucking Pope for all I care. I don't want.
But that's what the Cardinals are.
We also had the only thing you're fucking is another Bryce moment. What's up, thanks, but I'm gonna try to roll with the matchups. So then,
but this. Well, let me add something. But pretty much this game doesn't really matter for us. Who we're fucking.
No, we're already in.
You're fucking what?
The other thing you're fucking is
sure.
We can't say that, Jared.
Oh shit.
Okay. Let that one play.
we can't actually say that. We can't say that.
You can guess the words in at home, people. You can guess them in.
Yeah.
Starts with an R. I'll help you out.
No, don't help them. Oh my god.
Starts with an R, ends in a.
No, we can't say that. Oh my god,
dude. That's not stated. All right. Then the next moment we had was you better change the sheets. I forget whose game it was, but they were playing. But I said someone said it was going to get messy, and I said you better change the sheets. Then we had is Russ bad because of the system?
You are.
Russell Wilson is going downhill. This is the end for him.
This is not the end for him. You're hoping this is the end for him as a Seahawks fan.
No, this is because I am a Seahawks fan. Because last year we had Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is going downhill. He is not going to be like the same way he was going to be in 2013.
All right, let me talk here. He needs.
I don't know what happened to Cameron. Looks like we dropped him connection-wise, but Nick and Cameron really butted heads on that episode. It was our most viewed YouTube Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Show episode. So And then the next one we had Nick lost one game and swapped out his entire bench. You lost your first game, Nick, and then you like made a fuck ton of moves, and I wasn't happy about it. Fair enough. And then we had one of my personal favorites, Cup Country. Let's gulp. If anyone wants to say their goodbyes, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Cup Country. Let's gulp.
Jesus.
That was a really early one from one of the early episodes, so that was nice. Then we had the last option, have a day Davante Adams. Then, and Davante Adams for 27, and on top of that, he also caught an assault charge. So, what a game for Davante. Does anyone have a favorite podcast moment from those that they think was the best one?
Well, I mean, obviously, one of them's got to be one of my two. I mean, I got a higher percentage of winning it here. I have two great ones. I mean, come on now.
That's fair.
We're talking about best podcast moments. We could talk about the best podcast ever, and that's the great Russell Wilson debate.
Damn, there it is. Yeah, definitely one of my personal favorites.
All you need is me and Cameron.
Fucking buttonheads. Well, that's if Cameron's internet connection will work.
He was too scared. He was too scared.
He was too scared. He didn't like it. All right. So the winner of that, although we had a lot of great options, is Russ bad because of the system. It received 5 votes. Cup Country received 2. 1 for I don't care if it's DeAndre Hopkins, 1 for Nick lost one game, and 1 for you better change the sheets. So congratulations to Nick and Cameron, I guess, for winning that one. Then we'll move into greatest rivalry. And if you want to talk about a rivalry in this league,
you already know. You already know, bro. Give me my trophy already.
The other options were Nick and Dyson. They had a few run-ins. Cameron and Greg, who I felt were always pretty competitive. And then Dalton and Dyson, which I don't really remember too much about that one. But without a doubt, Nick and Cameron won that. So we're hoping to look forward to more of that in the upcoming fantasy shows in 2023. And then also probably in cheap seats too. So let's move into the next one, biggest shit talker. So I feel like this one was actually pretty far up for grabs. So this one had everyone in the league included on it. And Bryce, if you were to pick a biggest shit talker, who do you think it would be?
Okay, if we're talking from a middle of the season standpoint, I would have to say Cameron just by a fuzz. But if we're talking end of the season, it's definitely Nick because he fucking lost.
Yeah, that's fair. What do you think, Mason?
I say the same thing, either Cameron or Nick. Probably Cameron, though.
Yeah. Nick, do you have anything to say since you're fucking pumping your fist?
Fuck you, Cameron.
That just reinforces my point, but Cameron won this with 60% to Nick's 40%. This is bullshit. Right. Nick should have got it.
No, don't say that. No, the people voted.
Cameron was low-key cocky to the start of the season, and like kind of in the middle of the season. But you were just relentless all year. Like anyone would talk shit and you just go, "Oh, I'm fucking 12-2." Well, yeah, the people in this fucking league, and you almost lost. You had 6 votes. Exactly. Or no, Cameron had 6 votes, and you had 4. So you're fucking lucky, man. But I honestly think Nick should have won this award.
Hey, you want an honest opinion?
Yeah.
To be honest, I am the biggest shit talker.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude.
But I didn't win.
It's bullshit.
You know, we're changing it. We're changing it right now. Fuck all the voting. Nick is the biggest shit talker in the league.
I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it.
Dude, every single fucking time.
I am.
You go, I'm fucking 6-2 or 12-2 or whatever he had said.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what? Change the award.
Bro, you're such a fucking NPC. You have 1 response.
Yeah,
one response.
Yeah, I went 12-2. Yeah, see, I'm shit talking right now. Give me the award. Change it right now. We're changing it right now. It was me.
He still didn't win the championship.
It was me.
And you
exactly. Yeah, I was still shit talking. Well, I'll take it. Give me my award.
All right. Yeah, whatever. All right. So that pretty much wraps up the Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Award Show. Thanks for being with all of us for the 2022 NFL and fantasy season. We got a lot of things coming in 2023. The Man in League is obviously going to be out soon. The Cheap Seats podcast, which will be similar to Hardcount Heroes Fantasy Show, but it's going to be a little more general, talk about whatever we really want to. We're still going to cover some football stuff here and there, but a lot of stuff that's a little more free form, a little more relaxed. We're looking forward to doing that. And just a lot of different content too coming out. I'll have the cow video edited and put together pretty soon whenever I can get my hands on the footage. And yeah, make sure you go check out Dubby if you haven't. Use our promo code Hardcount Heroes to get 10% off. And with that, any of you guys got any last words?
I'm coming for all your necks. I promise you. I'm saying this right now.
What?
I'm saying this right now. Hey, don't AO me. I'm going to the playoffs. I'm saying right now, I'm going to the playoffs. You're going to underestimate me. And wow, you're really close to your camera.
That's on record now.
You guys are screwed.